Hello Libra, this is Vanessa from Celestial Soul Tarot and welcome to your monthly reading for October 2022. Thanks so much for joining me. So we're going to take a look into the energies, see what's coming through for Libra. Messages for October. All right, what does Libra need to know at this time, please? What does Libra need to know at this time? Messages for Libra for October. Okay, so taking a look into your recent past, we have the Eight of Cups. Present energy, we have the Ace of Swords. Your challenge is the Queen of Swords. The hidden energy is the Eight of Pentacles. The help is the Tower. And the energy moving into November is the High Priestess. Okay. Now, bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles, right? So very healthy energy, financially, physically, energetically, right? So this is someone who is enjoying the pleasures of life. Essentially, they are financially independent, hardworking, very good at what they do, very confident in their skills and abilities. And like I said, there's a pleasure energy here. There's an ease with life, right? Your lifestyle, your finances, things seem to be flowing. You're attracting things in your life, okay? So there's some beautiful energy coming in with the Nine of Pentacles, but let's take a look into the foundation here first, right? We'll look at the energies and then we'll dig when I dig a little bit deeper when I bring out the runes. And if we need to, we'll take a look into another deck of tarot if required, okay? So let's start into the recent past and see what's going on here, right? We have the Eight of Cups, right? This person is staring out at the moon here and wondering what else is there in life, right? There's a lot of unhappiness, unfulfillment, loss of connection, right? Drinking out of all of these energies, these desires, these relationships, these connections, these pleasures, right? It's one thing after another, after another, after another, but now it's leaving you with a sense of inner emptiness or aloneness, right? This person is standing by themselves, right? So again, there is some singular energy, very independent energy in regards to this reading. It doesn't mean that you're single. You could be, but it's coming across as someone who spends a lot of time by themselves, reflecting on the life that they have, the fact that there's an inner emptiness here. You know, they've achieved all kinds of things, but there's still something missing. What else is there? And so as we can see here, like I said, the moon, your intuition, right? You're looking for some guidance perhaps in regards to the next direction in your life. What do you do now? Okay. So let's take a look into the present situation, which is the Ace of Swords, right? The aces have potential for all kinds of things, right? These are new ideas, new information, clarity, breakthroughs, right? Could be a brand new conversation. The truth within yourself, being honest with yourself around a situation perhaps here, right? So this can bring clarity, right? Cutting through the clouds, cutting through the unknown, cutting through the uncertainty in your life. And perhaps for some of you here, what's happening is you're opening yourself up to realizing what isn't making you happy. You're filling it up and you're filling it up and you're filling up a void perhaps in the past. But now there could be some clarity in regards to what it is you're trying to fill that you can't seem to fill, so to speak, with things, with food, with drink, with possessions or addictions or whatever this might be for you, okay? So what we have coming through here is the Queen of Swords, right? This is also your energy. This is cardinal air, male or female, right? These are not gender specific readings, okay? So as your challenge here, right, I feel like you have the truth. I feel you've cut through the confusion. There's an energy here, again, to be honest with yourself, to speak your truth, to make decisions based on what you know of what you want, of a realization, right? So there's something coming through here, especially with all the purple, the communication energy here, right? There's a lot of blue coming through here. That's your throat chakra. There's a real need to communicate what it is that you want. Maybe for some of you, it has everything to do with your relationships and connections and not speaking your truth and not expressing yourself and not telling people what you want. Maybe for some of you, it has everything to do with expectations and expecting others. It almost has an energy of, you know, especially in the past here, right? These are relationship essentially energies, and there's a void here of things just not working out. And why is this not working out? And the truth or clarity that comes to you here is the need for you to express yourself, to share what's on your mind, and not to expect other people to know exactly what it is that you want, right? That people can't, in fact, read your mind. They don't know what you want, that you need to actually tell them, right? So there's a listening energy and opportunity to communicate and share these feelings that you have, okay, about what it is that you want, that what's not making you happy. For some of you, it has everything to do with relationships. For other people here, generally, it's what can you do for yourself? What do you need to do to fill the void, right? That, I mean, obviously you can't keep looking at other people. There could be a variety of energies coming through here, but the hidden energy is the work, doing the deep inner work within yourself of what's not working in your life. Like I said, relationships, maybe this is something within yourself, addictions that you have, attachments, obsessions. Could be a variety of things, feeling lonely, feeling lost. You know, again, there's clarity coming through here. Something is going to help you. Again, it's a new idea, perhaps, for you to express yourself in a certain way. And like I said, for some of you, you know, it's to share yourself with some of these other people, to let them know what it is that you need in a relationship, especially if this is a love relationship, the one-to-one, what you're not getting, or even if it's a work situation and you're doing all the work and you're putting in the effort and you have other people maybe working on a project and they're not pulling their weight. Well, say something. You have to say something. People can't read your mind. If you're doing all the work and you're putting in all the effort and you're, you know, kind of over here, you're independent and focusing on what you need to do, but at the end of the day, things aren't working out with the situation here, you need to speak up, right? Clearly, the swords, you have to speak up here, because the hidden element, perhaps for some of you, is, yes, there's a need to do some deep inner work, perhaps in regards to a void or the feeling of alone, or aloneness, or an addiction or something within yourself that you're trying to, because it almost comes across as whatever you're doing, it's not working. And so the work is for some of you to work on yourself, to figure that out. What do you need to do in this relationship or this situation to make the change, right? Instead of pointing the finger at other people, how can you change? What do you need to do, right? And so maybe for some of you, what's hidden here is the fact that you're doing all the work in a relationship. You're doing all the work at your job. You're the one behind the scenes putting in extra hours or whatever this is, and no one else sees it. Nobody else knows. Your boss has no idea, right? And maybe for some of you here, the fact of the matter is this could be a situation where you're putting in a lot of work behind the scenes, you know, even on yourself, nobody knows, and it's boom, these sudden realizations, these breakthroughs, these changes need to happen here because something has to change. We have the Tower. This is the help, that you're open to making some changes here. Something clearly isn't working with this Eight of Cups. This is a contemplation of leaving, of walking away, of moving on, of, you know, round and round and round we go, you know, and it does come across as some sort of imbalanced energy where someone's putting in more effort and work into a situation and other people are kind of taking the easy way out, so to speak, right? Just barely getting by, just, you know, barely putting in any work at all, you know, that sort of thing. And so what the help here is the fact that there are going to be shifts, whether you're the one who makes these sudden changes, the one that communicates, the one that speaks the truth, speaks your mind, or the fact of the matter is this could be rug being pulled out of a situation here. But I'm feeling it's more of like a positive thing. And these energies are always turned out to be positive because it's always pushing you in the direction that you're meant to go in. And for some of you here, if you've been keeping quiet and you haven't been saying anything and you're working hard behind the scenes, like I said, any sort of relationship, something has to change. And I feel like you're going to initiate the change, and you might actually be pulling the rug out of somebody else's feet because they might not see it coming, right? Maybe you're deciding that, if you talk to your boss and you can't get any help, then it's over. I'm finding another place to work, or whatever this is for you. Of course, you need to have a plan and have something else lined up. But I'm just saying here, this is somebody who, it's a very singular, independent energy is what we're picking up here, okay? And it's very difficult, especially if you're trying to make things work with relationships, right, Libra? So what we have here is the High Priestess, right? And this is the energy moving into November, right? So there's some secretive energy. It's very hidden, the mystic type of situation here, but it has a sense of deep inner knowing and trusting your intuition to lead you into the new direction, the next steps, the changes that are going to be made here, right? Especially with this Tower moment that's going to come through here. And for some of you, you realize something has to suddenly change. You might be making the change. The change might be made for you, okay? We are going to take a look here. We are going to take a look and dig a little bit deeper. I've got the runes here and see what's coming through. What do we have here? And again, please keep in mind with these readings that this can be your energy, this could be your partner's energy, this could be your co-worker's energy, right? This is just the energy that's coming through, okay? And it happens to be coming through for Libra, okay? You could have Libra rising, and maybe your sun is in Gemini, maybe your moon is in Taurus, and you have other planets everywhere else, but maybe you don't have any planets in Libra. Like I said, maybe it's your rising sign and you don't know that, right? There's a lot of people who don't know the rising sign, so it's important to learn these types of things because, again, you may have a Libra sun and this may be your partner's or your other person's energy in their life, and this is how they feel, right? So it does come across as a one-sided situation, whatever this is, right? And so what we have here coming through with the Eight of Cups, right? Like I said, in regards to the recent past, and this has to do with everything around structure and stability and feeling wanted, feeling loved, feeling like you belong, like you fit in, right? A connection, like I said, maybe with your family, maybe it's with a work situation, maybe it has to do with your community in some way, okay? But again, in the past here, it's showing you that perhaps you've been trying to work on it, right? You've been putting in the effort, but for some reason, there's still this emptiness that you're not getting anything out of it. No deep emotional connection or love or appreciation, right? Which is kind of opening you up for a new direction, right? And so looking at this Ace of Swords, like I said, it's cutting through the truth. The light is shining. We have Kanaz here, which is the rune of fire and light. And it brings, like I said, there's clarity, the answers, epiphanies, the aha moments are coming, feeling inspired, motivated, excited, right? The creative energy, the juices are flowing here in regards to perhaps new ideas, new information, the truth and clarity of a situation, what you need to do, the truth you need to speak, right? And coming through here with this Queen of Swords, well, it's clear that you're in a relationship or connection of some kind, right? Like I said, it could be a marriage. It could be a work situation type of thing, right? But it does come across as a situation that's imbalanced because typically the Queen of Swords comes across as someone who can be feeling like they're single in a relationship, right? Someone who, again, it's coming across as very strong, singular, independent energy very clearly, and someone who's working or has been trying to achieve balance but isn't able to do that. And that challenge is for you to communicate what it is that you want, what you're not getting, what is the imbalance, right? If you're putting in all the work and you're putting in the energy behind the scenes, especially if this is like a work situation and you have coworkers who aren't pulling their weight, you have to say something, you have to speak up. You might be someone who's shy, introverted, you don't want to stir the pot, you don't want to cause trouble, you're good at what you do, very hardworking, very skilled. I mean, obviously this is someone who's very dedicated and very focused in regards to the type of work that they do, but there's an imbalance. And so some of you might be feeling a little awkward or uncomfortable around speaking your truth and standing up for yourself. But I do feel like this is something that you need to do because this is hidden and it's unknown. And on a deeper level, your intuition is telling you, right, you have to say something because you're doing way too much and it's not fair. There's an energy of Libra. The energy of this is cardinal air. Like I said, your energy here, you need to speak up to bring balance to a situation because it's not fair, it's not just, it's not equal, it's not balanced. And you know this, right? And that's the thing, is that it's an unknown energy. People don't realize how hard you are working. Okay. And so what's coming through here then as the help is some major radical shifts and changes. And again, this can be this awakening within yourself, these epiphanies, the breakthroughs, the fact that I need to stand up for myself. I need to say something. You need to get something off your chest. It's almost like an implosion. This is an implosion energy, but as within, so without. When you kind of this is a breaking point. It's amplified and it's helping you. That you've reached a breaking point and that you need to do and say something to express yourself to what's not working, right? And that's what's helping you. And as you move into the energy of November here, there's a major energetic shift here in regards to resistance, right? There's a resistance here around your intuition and trusting it, right? Because your hidden here energy is your intuition as well, the emotional body, and not paying attention to it. And there's the air energy is very logical, right? It's very thought oriented, right? It's very structured, and the emotional body is something perhaps that you're not paying attention to, right? So for some of you, there's again resistance in regards to the need to express yourself, but there can actually be fears because of the unknown energy with the High Priestess. It's a mystic energy, and it's also hidden. So it comes across as the fact, from what I'm picking up within this reading here, is that what's coming across, yes, the imbalance and the need for you to stand up for yourself, to express yourself and say something. And I feel like you're going to reach a breaking point and the need to make some sudden changes. But there's also resistance within yourself here at this point in regards to trusting what you know. To bring this secret or hidden information and the fact that you're working hard and you're doing all of these things behind the scenes. There's resistance to expressing yourself moving into November. So it's almost like there's perhaps patience on your part here, or the need to work up the courage perhaps to say something, right? Because I do feel like you're reaching a breaking point. You're still going to continue putting in the work. Deep down, you know that you're not feeling that it's something that, again, the imbalance that's coming through, and I keep saying this, but it's almost like there's resistance to trusting what you know, what you need to say, the fact that you need to express yourself, because again, the hidden energy here, there's resistance to expressing what's hidden, which is the fact that you're putting in all the extra work. And that's kind of sliding into November. So some of you here, it's almost as if you're going to keep doing what you're doing, looking like things are great on the outside, right? Where deep within, it could be like you could be crumbling, right? So from what I'm picking up here, there's a need to perhaps transform yourself through trusting your intuition, to open yourself up to expressing what is hidden. If you release the resistance and trust and know that when you express yourself and let people know what's not happening, how things need to change, by telling your truth and expressing that and having them hear what you have to say and vice versa, that you can totally change and transform the situation, right? And again, it's an opportunity for you to bring the hidden into the light and shine a light on that, okay? So this is what's coming through for you here, Libra. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.